Hello everyone and welcome to Tehra Dark Warrior, which is a 3D hack and slash. I'm going to do something I don't normally do and skip the story. Welcome to the combat tutorial. We only have 2 enemies to practice on, but that's all we really need. We can block. We can do a 5-hit combo. And we can sweep the enemy's leg by pressing hit twice and then block. We can also stab them while they're down, as you just saw, though the hit detection on that is kinda wonky. This is a really cool dragon model. We don't ever get to fight this dragon. Here is one of the game's most recurring mechanics. Enemy spawners. We just hit them until they go away. Also, we can move around during the cutscene even though we can't see ourselves. They probably should have fixed that. Fire magic is good for knocking down 1 or 2 enemies. It's not very powerful even when you upgrade it. None of the magic in this game is particularly useful, though. None of it. We upgrade our attacks by getting money from treasure chests. The enemies don't drop experience or anything like that. If you're wondering why this game doesn't look so hot graphically, it's because it's a PlayStation Mini, which were games sold on the PlayStation Store for $5 and under. They were meant to be played on the PSP, though you can play them on the PlayStation 3. I believe the PS4 did away with PlayStation Minis entirely. We just bought the Fireball upgrade. It shoots homing fireballs. That makes it just a little bit more useful. It's not like the fireballs were hard to aim to begin with. So the War Troll enemy type, how we defeat them is we lure them into attacking, and just run around and hit them in their backside. You can only do 1 through 3 hits. If you try for a full combo, they're gonna hit you before you can back away again. We do have a dodge move, by the way, but the dodge move is much slower than just running away. I've only found one use for it near the very end of the game. This game has really basic game design principles, and that can be done well, but it's just so bland here that there's not a lot to like. Another recurring mechanic in the game is finding pieces of a key. These green dog-like enemies are a new enemy type. They move fast and they attack fast. Their purpose is basically just to be annoying while you're fighting other things or trying to run away. Knocking them down and stabbing them is the easiest way to deal with them. I actually like the look in this outdoorsy section, but not for good reasons. It reminds me of a Nintendo 64 game. That's why I like it so much. Wizards can spawn enemies, and you also can't do a full combo on them, so you want to knock them down. Magic also does nothing to wizards. Later wizards gain the ability to teleport, which doesn't switch things up as much as you'd think. There's not a lot to dislike here, really, aside from the graphics, but the gameplay is serviceable. It's just not interesting in any way. It also gets pretty insanely cruel in the final stages, to the point where I think that they didn't even playtest the highest difficulty. You want to knock down skeletons as soon as you see them, because you don't want to give them the chance to snipe at you while you're fighting other enemies. In that chest next to the wizard, we got the first half of the key. The funny thing is that most of the game is more linear than this. This is one of the most open sections. If you get to a lone wizard right as they spawn, you can stun lock them, and they won't even have a chance to spawn enemies. I said some unkind things about Hero of Sparta, But it was well made, even if I didn't like it. I do recommend that if you're in a pass in your life, at a crossroads, where you have to choose between this and Hero of Sparta, please get Hero of Sparta. Its game design has more problems than Tehra's does, but it also tries to be more interesting. That chest over there has gold that we don't need. Even if it's just God of War, it has more personality than this. Here we fight an enemy that we can't permanently kill unless we stab him while he's down. And he also gets healed by fire magic. The way to take him out is to block, do a 3-hit combo, and then block again. These are not bad gimmicks. It's not bad game design. It's just this game is so completely average and boring that it starts to wear on you after a while. It is 3 hours long, by the way. I thought Hero of Sparta was pushing it at 4 to 5 hours, because it reused its game design so much, but the locations in that game were varied, and you got new weapons, and they tried to make it interesting. So this has been Tehra Dark Warrior, and it's pretty mediocre, I'm sad to say. I'll see you guys soon.